great combination of size and speed. It's the speed on display here. Jump ball. Makes the grab. It's a touchdown.
I cannot believe what I just saw.
Welcome to Viewmont High School for Deseret News Rewind's 5A Game of the Week. I am Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. This matchup, a Region 2 game, absolutely important as you talk about the playoff matchup. 2-1 Viewmont taking on 2-1 Hunter. Both these teams want to propel themselves to stay right on the heels of the Davis Darts, where the other one, if they fall behind, they go down to the 4th spot, and for a number of teams being tied, trying to get into the state tournament, as we're just 2 weeks away from the state tournament. This game a year ago was an absolute barn burner. Hunter looked like they had control of that game. Late, Viewmont came back, took the lead, and then it was McKay Meidlinger hooking up with Olsen Williams for a Hunter win. Viewmont, keeping them back of their mind, wanted to avenge that loss from a year ago and continue to nip after one of their biggest rivals, the Davis Darts.
Viewmont spotted Hunter 10 points to start this ball game after some mistakes. And then Cortland George started the right to ship for the Vikings. And just as you thought it was set up, a bad snap over the head of Hadlock. Luckily for the Vikings, he's able to jump on it. Hadlock stayed composed though. Comes back and finds Chandler Stafford for the touchdown. Viewmont went for 2, but couldn't get it, and it's 10-6 Hunter. But then the Viking defense shows up and forces a Hunter fumble. Viewmont with momentum. Hadlock finds Stafford again. Oh, you gotta love the effort to get to the 1. Vikings down 10, now up 14-10 after the 2-point conversion. Hunter comes right back. Ty Carlson running with power. Then Gordon Nye can't find anyone downfield, and he doesn't shy away from contact inside the 5-yard line. It's going to take more than 2 Vikings to bring down Carlson. Hunter back in front. The Vikings get after the point after. It's no good. And it's 16-14 heading into the final frame. What do defensive coaches hate? Yak. Viewmont loves it though. Cole Salmon getting the job done after the catch. There's 5:12 remaining in the 4th, still down by 2. Hadlock avoids the rush, avoids his own man, then looks for Hunter defenders inside the 5. Davis never throw back. Never mind. Hadlock finds Marcus Rawlings, and Viewmont gets a 2-point conversion, and the Vikings come away with a 22-16 win and improve to 3-1 in region play. Hunter falls to 2-2 after a tough game. When you're able to run the ball like you do with Mr. Carlson, 32 carries on the night, being an absolute workhorse for this team. Coaches say when you got a running back going, well, ride the pony. They rode it throughout this ball game. That 4th quarter, you had to be worried if you're a Viewmont fan, being able to come back in this game, take the lead, and then to see Hunter take the lead in the 4th quarter, had to feel like last year, but able to continue to push forward. This offense go down the field. As we mentioned, Haddock and Carlson able to lead the Vikings down the field and get the win. Coach Scott Diddy's got to be pleased with what he saw from his Viewmont Vikings. Again, we mentioned, right on the heels of the Davis Darts, able to continue to push them here in Region 2. Remember, just 2 weeks away from the 5A state tournament. Viewmont going to be part of that, and it's getting up in the seeding, so you're taking care of those lower seeds from other regions throughout the state tournament. But what a win tonight, and what a way to debut the 5A Game of the Week right here on Deseret News Rewind. You can catch it every single week right here on DeseretNews.com. We're going to have 5 to 6 videos every single week for you to enjoy throughout the state tournament, and every week you're going to catch us right here. Deseret News Rewind on DeseretNews.com. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. A big win for the Viewmont Vikings, nipping on the heels of the Davis Darts.